Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5.
A toddler is among the 3 injured after a head-on crash in Yakima. Why the driver isn't the only one facing charges.
Plus, Yakima Memorial Hospital faces a potential strike as technical workers vote to walk off the job. What they want and what the health system is saying about it.
Also ahead, cold weather bringing more than frozen pipes. It creates serious fire hazards in your home. Franklin County fire officials are warning about the dangerous mistakes homeowners are making.
And here's a live look outside from our SkyCam network. Meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee tonight. Is another round of freezing rain on the way? Find out as your News at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us as we end the week together. I am Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is January the 2nd. Well, more than 100 workers at Yakima Memorial Hospital could soon go on strike. What would this mean for patients? Well, that remains to be seen. Union members just voted in favor of going on strike, and the Teamsters 760 union says it plans to take official action sometime this month. They say this would include nearly 170 employees like surgical, ultrasound, and MRI workers. Union representatives tell us that a strike could significantly impact the services the hospital can provide. They've been bargaining with the hospital for almost a year now, as workers have lost benefits, they say, since MultiCare took over the hospital in 2023.
It's about keeping what they have, because slowly that they've seen over the years, every year something else seems to come up where they've taken a step backwards in terms of benefits or premiums, things of that nature.
MultiCare says in this email to Apple Valley News Now, in part, that they are offering market competitive wages and benefits, just as they offer to all team members in the Yakima Valley region. While the union expects patient impacts, as I mentioned, the healthcare organization actually tells us that if a strike were to be carried out, they do have a plan in place to keep the hospital fully staffed. We'll keep you up to date. All right, now we got to keep you up to date on the weather as we head on into the weekend.
Yeah, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee. Tracking the potential for more rain, Hayden?
That's absolutely right. We are still tracking some freezing rain at this hour and even some more rain going into this weekend, but we'll just keep off the word freezing and just have plain old-fashioned rain, which we'll get to more about that in just a moment. But let's track what's happening in real time. Off from Tri-Cities down towards Hermiston and even into Pendleton, everything's clear at the moment. But if you look back west towards the Cascades region, we are seeing in areas just west of Yakima and also on the hills of Ellensburg a little bit more of that precip with temperatures hovering around the freezing mark there. That's going to be some troublesome locations where we could see a lot of that rainfall that is heading down towards the surface where readings are below freezing at this time. But thankfully, we are about to see the tail end of the worst of any of this activity that's been going on over the last 24 to 48 hours. For tonight, the official lows are going to be heading down to right at freezing or just below it there. That's why we're just adding a little caution to a few hundredths of an inch of freezing rain possible for our areas just west of Yakima and Ellensburg. But we will be warming up. That's the good thing. Heading to the lower 40s for Saturday and 40s and 50s on Sunday, with rain chances still as part of the forecast. We'll talk about how that will play out this weekend coming up.
Okay, Hayden, cold weather nights can bring more than frozen pipes. They can also create serious fire hazards inside your home. According to Franklin County Fire District 3, when temperatures drop into the single digits, many homeowners try to thaw frozen pipes on their own. Fire officials say that is when problems start, though. Using blow torches, space heaters, or even heat lamps in tight or hidden spaces can transfer heat into walls, insulation, and nearby combustibles. Chimneys, wood stoves, and makeshift heating setups for animals can also increase the risk if they are not used properly.
Follow the recommendations on get an outdoor heat lamp, that's rated for outdoors. Don't cut corners, because fire safety is not where you should be cutting corners.
Fire officials say planning ahead Insulating pipes, maintaining heating equipment, and calling a professional when pipes freeze can all prevent a winter fix from turning into a fire emergency. Other news tonight, and to a crime alert, a 3-year-old and 2 adults were taken to the hospital following a head-on crash on North 2nd Street right near Bartlett in Yakima. On New Year's Day, an SUV was driven by a 22-year-old woman carrying a passenger and a child who was not properly secured. The passenger sustained a concussion and broken arm, while the driver and child were treated at a nearby hospital and released. Authorities arrested a 48-year-old pickup truck driver on suspicion of DUI and vehicular assault. Charges for reckless endangerment are also pending against the child's guardian. The investigation is ongoing.
In downtown Kennewick, a business owner had quite an unusual 24 hours. Warren Hughes is the owner of Roxy 2.0 Antiques and Gifts. He says about 5 p.m. on Thursday, he thought a customer was pulling into the parking lot. So he waited for them to come into the store. But to his surprise, they did not. Instead, he heard a clunk. When he went outside, he says he realized someone stole his butterfly sculpture. Hughes then took to social media in hopes someone would know something about the theft. What happened next? Another big surprise.
I thought I might be crazy. I was shocked that it came back, honestly, but that just shows you the power of people getting the word out and folks policing their own community.
Yes, someone returned it. Despite the theft, he says he doesn't plan to change anything about his store layout or security.
I feel like we have a nice enough community here that I want to model the community I want to live in, and I want to live in a community where I can set a sculpture outside and it stays there. And for the whole year I've been here, I opened in February, the whole year it's been fine. And I don't think I'm going to change anything.
Hughes adds he did make a police report and updated officers that it was returned.
Turning to a follow-up now, Tri-Cities drivers encountered some slippery conditions on the road on New Year's Day, with law enforcement reporting several crashes on I-82 and State Route 395 due to freezing rain. That includes this 4-vehicle crash off exit 114 on the interstate, leaving this semi-truck in a ditch. Washington State Patrol says that there were no serious injuries in the crashes they responded to. First responders say they made sure to be extra careful while traveling to crash scenes.
Just paying attention. You're going to have a lot longer braking time when you're on the ice, and so we follow those rules as well, especially these fire trucks and ambulances are very heavy, and so they have extra stopping time as it is.
Roads in the Tri-Cities area should be safe to drive as of this newscast, but both Hermiston and the Blewett Pass could still be affected by slippery conditions due to the freezing rain. Well, the Department of Justice says they stopped a terror attack from taking place on New Year's Eve in North Carolina.
Federal prosecutors say the 18-year-old man planned to attack random people with knives and hammers, all in support of ISIS.
New at 5, ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington, D.C. with this story.
The Department of Justice says 18-year-old Christian Sturtevant was planning to use knives and hammers to carry out a terror attack on New Year's Eve in support of ISIS.
He was preparing for jihad, and innocent people were going to die. And we're very, very fortunate they did not.
Federal prosecutors say Sturtevant was targeting a grocery store or a Burger King in Mint Hill, North Carolina, outside Charlotte, where he lived.
We do have some intelligence that he was looking at a grocery store because there would be a lot of people there.
Prosecutors say Sturtevant was active online, posting on TikTok and chat rooms. 2 people he was unknowingly communicating with were undercover agents. According to court documents unsealed today, Sturtevant allegedly said the U.S. would pay for its retaliatory attack on ISIS targets after 2 National Guardsmen were killed in Syria in December.
Investigation revealed that the subject was capable of executing this attack. He was training, he was doing push-ups, calisthenics, fitness.
The FBI says they first started investigating Sturtevant when he was just 14 years old. According to court documents, back in 2022, he was accused of communicating with an alleged member of ISIS who encouraged him to attack his neighbor. Almost out the door, Sturtevant was stopped and restrained by his grandfather. He was never charged.
If your child relative, friend, or neighbor is sliding into a dangerous ideology, you'll be the first to see it. And together we can stop it.
That was ABC's Perry Russom reporting. He was arrested on New Year's Eve. The same day, prosecutors say he was planning to carry out the attack. He had his first court appearance this morning.
Back here in local news, the Big Bro Joe Foundation launches its 2026 mentorship program this month, and it pairs young men in the Tri-Cities with adult mentors.
Yeah, founder Joe Thornton says the program builds confidence, accountability, and leadership skills. The foundation has quadrupled its numbers over 4 years and now expands to include young women through a new Big Sis Academy.
An information session this Saturday will explain how the program works and what commitment volunteers need to make.
I want to be transparent with this community. I want people to understand the importance of investing in our youth. This is an opportunity to learn more. This is an opportunity to see exactly the impact that we've created here in Tri-Cities.
All right, so if you would like to learn more, the Big Bro Joe Mentorship Information Session, again, is Saturday. It is from 10 until noon at the Big Bro Joe Youth Center. The Big Sis Academy Chalk Talk Session happens Saturday, January 17th. That one is from 1 to 3 in the afternoon in Kennewick. If you'd like more information, just head on over to applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Our news live at 5 is just getting started. Here's what's coming up next. Toppenish police are working from their new headquarters. The modern upgrades helping law enforcement serve the community.
And taking a live look back outside here in the Ellensburg area. Hayden Nix coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, getting you all ready for the weekend. Stay with us.
From Royal Ranch to Legends, every cut of beef we serve begins right here in Washington, on a family farm committed to caring for the land and the people it feeds. Born, raised, and harvested with integrity. Royal Ranch beef is all natural and pasture raised. Enjoy flame broiled steaks and succulent prime rib, and prepared by our trained culinary professionals. Proudly served at Legends Casino Hotel, where local flavor meets legendary taste.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home. I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
Before the guests arrive, it's all about the details. Making everything just right, creating the perfect vibe, and setting the mood. Every detail matters. Then, take a moment to enjoy it all, just you and your best friend. Enjoy our free white glove delivery service and interest-free financing with the More Furniture credit card. Visit a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Entyvio is the only gut-focused treatment for moderate to severe Crohn's and UC. Gut-focused Entyvio works right where you need it to block inflammation in your gut. With a legacy of more than 10 years, Entyvio offers the experience you need, lasting relief and steroid-free remission. And some people experience rapid symptom relief. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, PML, a rare brain infection that can result in death, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. With Entyvio, you may be able to pay as little as $5 per dose. Ask your doctor if Entyvio, including the Entyvio pen, is right for you.
Gut-focused Entyvio.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings, contact our Human Resources Department, 509-735-8369 to request notices.
Apple Valley News Now open positions can be viewed on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Carolina at Tampa Bay. Seahawks, 49ers, Saturday on Apple Valley News Now.
It's been a little more than a month since the Toppenish Police Department moved into its new building, and they say it's working out well.
Interim Captain Jordan Vanderhoof says the remodeled building is a very big improvement from the department's previous trailers. The building has new technology, including an intercom system, up-to-date cameras, and key card scanners. He says the department is grateful to have this permanent facility.
I'm really enjoying being here in this building. It's nice to have all of us together, working cohesively together in this place, having everything secure, knowing things that work, and knowing that we won't be in limbo of trying to figure out where we're going to go next. We have our place of where we're going to be. We have our new home.
Well, Vanderhoof says the renovations are complete and there won't be any more changes in the immediate future.
A brand new free program is helping veterans build confidence and skills for life after service. Tonight, the Columbia Basin Veterans Center says they are launching Foundations 101, a foundational education series designed specifically for veterans ready to move forward. The 8-week program runs Monday evenings from late January through March and will focus on practical life and career skills. Topics include everything from communication to financial principles, mental health awareness to goal setting.
So we'll have all those resources right there available for them. And we'll be right here at the center. One of my ultimate goals is to make sure every veteran knows that we're here. You know, whether they take the class or not, which I think I'd love to see that class full. I'd just like them to know we're here. This is where you can get help. This is where you can get connected. This is where you can come get a cup of coffee, you know.
The program is free and does not have grades or homework. Participants will earn a certificate they can actually add to their resume, though.
A signature turn-in event in Tumwater could lead to a ban on transgender athletes participating in women's sports in Washington state. The political organization Let's Go Washington turned in more than 400,000 signatures for an initiative that would prohibit biologically male students from competing against female athletes. This number of signatures gives lawmakers the option to pass the legislation into law or let voters decide on the November 2026 ballot.
I think it's unfair and it's unsafe, and these are spaces that were created for women in the first place. So for boys to start coming in, it's just unfair, and we need to protect what was created for women.
I believe that God created men and women differently for a reason, and because of that, men do have advantages over women.
A second initiative was also turned in, which would give parents access to certain student records of their children, such as their child's health care decisions.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, let's talk about this forecast because we're still tracking some freezing rain and drizzle, but it's not as widespread as it was yesterday, but we're still seeing it nonetheless on the eastern side of the Cascades here, right along the western side of our viewing area. Cle Elum, Ellensburg, Yakima, just to name a few locations here. We're starting to see that moisture building back in with temperatures hovering right at freezing or just above it, but we do anticipate readings to drop below freezing tonight, so there could be a little bit more accumulation to deal with there. Light glazing, nothing significant, but the glazing can be enough to cause a few headaches and some slippery roadways there. So as we watch the weather pattern move on through the overnight hours, we'll see there is enough moisture to work with to allow for that to still be a problem, and this will exist all the way up to sunrise tomorrow morning. Then we've got a frontal boundary coming through. This is just going to be one of multiple of those disturbances that we've discussed that's coming right off the Pacific Ocean that will give us more chances for rainfall this weekend and early next week. It's not widespread rainfall, but we will get warm enough where we'll drop the language of freezing rain and just look at good old-fashioned rainfall. Now, we'll see another period of rainfall activity late Saturday evening. Now, we do anticipate much of the daylight hours of Saturday to be on the dry side, but we will start to see little pockets of moisture building in across areas near Yakima and Ellensburg, Kittitas Valley, and Yakima Valleys, just to name a few locations. But then we'll see that expand a little bit more towards the east as we work our way into early Sunday morning, as another weak boundary starts to navigate through through the valleys. So as we move into Sunday evening, we'll still see spotty showers, and this will carry on even into Monday and Tuesday with low-end rain chances still remaining in play there. As we will start to see that waning off, rain chances will finally come to an end as far as for these rounds that are moving through. But with the frontal boundary coming in tomorrow, I do want to emphasize that we are going to be watching closely some gusty conditions. We are going to see during the daylight hours, not quite as significant from Ellensburg, Yakima, the Tri-Cities area, but Pendleton, the Blues, we'll see those gusts in anywhere between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Then Saturday night, we'll start to see that ticking up a little bit for Tri-Cities with a gust of around 15 to 20. 30 to 35 in Pendleton. The Blues still holding on anywhere from 25 to 40 miles per hour. As we've been talking about for the past few days, the snow forecast for any of this liquid that is falling, we are going to see some amounts anywhere from 1 to 4 inches for the Cascades. Of course, 0 down in the valleys, 1 to 2 in the Blues around Oregon 204. And then as we go into next week, this is preliminary, we are still seeing some significant amounts of snowfall accumulation being possible for the Cascades along I-90 and US 12, where 1 to 2 feet of snow may be possible. Again, preliminary, but we are watching it. Back to the top of the forecast for tonight. See, as I mentioned, those temperatures will be hovering right at freezing or just below it. Then for tomorrow, climbing into the 40s for most locations, and we may see a few 50-degree readings like Walla Walla. Tri-Cities for tomorrow, 43, 51 on Sunday, keeping those rain chances on the low side for Tuesday and Wednesday. Yakima rain chances for the next several days here with temperatures hovering in the 40s. Not going to see 50-degree readings on the map there, or Ellensburg either. We'll just barely make it into the 40s through Monday, then back into the 30s. We'll go to 51 on Sunday in Hermiston with a 20% chance of a light shower. Walla Walla in the 50s for the weekend.
Crazy hearing 50s, right? Especially after all that freezing rain.
I know.
I'm so glad to say goodbye to that.
Yeah, that stuff is not fun.
That was nasty.
No.
All right, well, still ahead, we'll tell you how high schoolers in Findlay are planting seeds for the next generation. Stay with us.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Hurry, holiday savings end January 5th at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
Every point counts. The race to $1 million is on at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Earn entries into the $1 Million Monte Carlo giveaway with free play drawings every Friday and Saturday starting at 6 p.m. Multiply your entries by 10 times every Monday. Then on January 3rd, we're drawing lucky finalists to play for $1 million at 4 p.m. Play now, win $1 million. Only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Before the guests arrive, it's all about the details. Making everything just right. Creating the perfect vibe. And setting the mood. Every detail matters. Then, take a moment to enjoy it all. Just you and your best friend. Enjoy our free white glove delivery service and interest-free financing with the More Furniture credit card. Visit a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
Heartburn makes you queasy? Get fast relief with Tums Plus, upset stomach and nausea support, and love food back.
So you only check it twice?
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
No wonder we're J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality.
Hurry, holiday savings end January 5th at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
The majesty of Priest Lake. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Weeknights at 5, we bring you the spotlight. You know, before winter break, FFA members visited 4th grade classrooms at Finley Elementary to bring agriculture to life. And tonight, we're showing it to you. High school students shared how holiday favorites like turkey and cranberries come from farms. Elementary students enjoyed food samples like pumpkin pie in a bag, all to help make real-world connections. A lot of good stuff there. Have an idea for the spotlight? You can send it to us through any of our social media platforms or even our email, news@applevalleynewsnow.com.
Sounds good. Well, we got to get everybody ready for the weekend, right?
It's coming up.
It's almost here, and Hayden's coming back when we come back after this.
Carolina at Tampa Bay. Seahawks, 49ers, Saturday on Apple Valley News Now.
It's Furniture Row's 5-day New Year's super sale. That's 5 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus score 60 months, no interest, and no down payment. But hurry, the 5-day New Year's super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optic and Lyric models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Home isn't just walls and a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
Before the guests arrive, it's all about the details. Making everything just right. Creating the perfect vibe. And setting the mood. Every detail matters. Then, take a moment to enjoy it all, just you and your best friend. Enjoy our free white glove delivery service and interest-free financing with the More Furniture credit card. Visit a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Here's to 365 nights of better sleep during the 5-day New Year's super sale at Denver Mattress. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Colorado Queen for only $249.99. Plus, score 60 months no interest, no down payment, and free shipping.
Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
This is Special Agent Will Trent. I got this.
GBR!
Catch me if you can.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Canucks. Coverage begins at 7:30 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Well, let's get one last look at that 7-day forecast here, starting with the Tri-Cities area. Temperatures will be warming into the 40s and low 50s for this weekend. We'll still keep some spotty shower chances in there. Most of the hours that we see go by will be dry, but there will be waves in mainly the overnight hours where we'll see a few problems there. 46 Monday, 45 on Tuesday. Rain chances for Yakima also over the next 6 days. They'll be up and down with 10% the lowest, looking at 30 to 40% being the highest. 51 for Walla Walla on Sunday, as well as Hermiston. We'll go back into the 40s consistently Monday through Friday of next week. It'll be the same case for Hermiston as well, with those rain chances scattered throughout.
Sounds good, Hayden. Thank you so much. And check this out. Look at those gorgeous colors, right? Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Larry, for sending this in. If you would like to send in your weather photo, just scan that QR code at the top of your screen. We would love to see it. And thank you to Lifetime Dental Care for sponsoring.
And that's going to do it for your news at 5. World News with David Muir is next, and then we'll see you at 6. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a good evening, everybody.